Hi everyone, welcome to Lola's Frugal Life. This is episode number 147. Today we're going to be talking about spending out and enjoying your stuff. So please stick around for a few quick words from our sponsor and we'll get right into the show. Okay, so this week I'm really excited about the topic. It's something I've wanted to talk about for a long time, and I just thought that this would be a good time with the new year, and it's just kind of something fun to talk about. But before we get into the spending out topic, I do want to share my frugal tip of the week. Every other week when I do a non-frugal/finance type topic, I always make sure I include a frugal tip of the week just to keep some frugal aspect to the podcast. So I know I've shared this before, but I thought it was worth sharing again because it just occurred. And this is regarding making sure you contact service providers where applicable to see if you can get a discount. So for example, we have Sirius XM radio. I don't know if it's just called Sirius now or whatever, but we have a subscription to that service. And every year for, I can't even remember how long, I call them every time my bill renews, like my annual contract or whatever renews, and get the rate reduced significantly. So I used to always call and tell them I was going to cancel because I thought that that's what I had to do to get them to lower the rate. But then finally, this one woman that I talked to, I guess 2 years ago, she kind of just nicely said that I could just call and ask them what's the best deal they could give me, because that's what they're going to give you anyway. And I don't have to pretend that I'm going to cancel the service to get the discount. She didn't say that. I just kind of felt like that was kind of what she was trying to say. So last year I called and just said, I just got my renewal. It's pretty high. I just wanted to see what you could offer me. And they gave me a significant discount. And then just recently at the end of December, the service charged again, and I got with the new amount, and I got a $28 charge. So I was like, I called them. I didn't even call them. This was the easiest part. Now a lot of the companies have a text where you could text back and forth with a customer service rep, and it was actually a real person. It starts out with a computer, but then once they realize that the question you're asking is more complicated, it connects you with a live person. So in a text, I didn't even have to talk to someone. I just said, I'm looking to find out what if I can get a better rate. And they were able to bring the bill down from $28 a month to $10 a month. So that is huge. If I didn't call, I would have just continued to pay the going rate that they charge, which is the $28 a month, instead of just simply sending a text and saying, hey, is there any way you can lower this bill? Do you have any better offers? And then getting it down to 10. So I'm sure there's got to be other services that this is applicable for, and it doesn't hurt to just try. So I just wanted to share that, just to keep that in mind. If you have something that you feel like you're paying too much for, maybe it's worth reaching out and seeing if you could get your rate lowered, if maybe they can offer you something better. So that's it. That's my frugal tip of the week. So this week we're going to talk about spending out. So I really like the author Gretchen Rubin, and I did talk about one of her other concepts in another episode a while back. But so this is another one that I really liked, and I really thought it would be good to do an episode on, just to share this idea with others. So I can't remember if this idea was introduced in her book, The Happiness Project, or if it was in Happier at Home. I don't remember which book it was in, but it was definitely in one of those two. And she talks about this concept of spending out. So what spending out is she talks about it in a few different ways, but what really kind of stuck with me for the most part was how she applies it to your things. So spending out is really kind of using and enjoying the things that you have and not saving them for some point in the future. And also not overusing things so that you don't have to use new stuff you have. So it's more just about really enjoying what you have and using it, and not just kind of letting things sit because you feel like you need to save them. It's at what point are you going to stop saving them and start using them? You got them because you wanted to have them, so you don't want to just let them sit there forever. I mean, a lot of times we'll save stuff for like a future special occasion. Use it now. I mean, how often has a special occasion come and you forgot to put on the nice jewelry, or you forgot to put on the perfume that you had been saving for a special occasion, or you forgot to burn that special candle, or whatever. There's really no reason to save those things, because the thing is too that there's always new things available. So if you did use up the expensive perfume that you wanted to wear to a wedding or something, go get a new perfume. Like there's not like a reason to kind of like save those things and not get enjoyment of them now in your everyday life. There's no reason to not use them up and spend them out. That's kind of what she means by spend out. Like use the stuff, spend it, live every day, and kind of take full advantage of all these things that you have, instead of just kind of letting them sit there for some future point in time that you don't even know when that might be. And like one thing that's just very basic, simple example that she even gives was even like razor blades, like having like a new box of brand new razor blades, yet maybe you continue to use the old one too long because you don't want to like have to start using the new one. Just throw the old one away and start using the new one. Like enjoy that new razor blade. don't like use this old half dull razor blade when you have new ones there. Just use the stuff. It's kind of like hoarding your stuff for this future date to come, and as if these types of things won't be available in the future. Like even like with the razor blades, like as if you won't be able to get another new box of razor blades, or if you have like a really nice comfy pair of socks and like you don't wear them because you want to always have them. Well, you can wear them. That's why you got them. You can get new ones in the future, and then you can have a nice new pair that you can enjoy. So it's like by spending out and using these things, you get the enjoyment out of them now, which is the reason that you got them in the first place. And then once you have used it up, well, now you have the opportunity to get something new to replace it in the future. I think one of the areas where this can happen sometimes too is for certain things that they don't make anymore. That's like a product that maybe it's like a consumable product. Like say, for example, I used to have this like body cream that I really liked, and I knew they stopped making it. So what I would do is I would just kind of hardly ever use it, or if I did use it, I'd only use like a tiny bit of it, and then because I knew like once it was gone, I wouldn't be able to get it anymore. But if you think about it, whether I use it now and not just use it sparingly, like use it like I would want to use it, or I use it in the future, what's the difference? I'm still going to get the same enjoyment out of it. So there's really no point in like saving it for this future time. Besides that, it's taking up space that I could get a new product that maybe I like just the same or better. Who knows? Like just by kind of having this feeling like, oh no, once it's gone, it's gone. Well, at some point it's going to be gone anyway. So there's no point in not just enjoying it now and using it up, rather than having this feeling that I have to save it for some point in time. So it's just kind of really thinking about what you have and using it. This concept can also be applied to money and time. Like I said, I'm really more about the ways that she talks about it with your stuff, because I just think I've never really thought of it that way. But kind of, with money. So it's definitely important to save money and to be intentional with how you spend your money and all that kind of stuff. But it's also important to use it wisely for certain things that can create happiness, because that's why you have it, not just for it to sit like forever in a savings account or in wherever you have the funds. You could do things like maybe giving some money to a charity that you really like, or purchasing a special gift for someone, or going on a special trip with your family, or really anything that you can really get enjoyment out of, to spend out that money and use it on something that's going to really create happiness in your life. And then the same thing with your time. Maybe you could use your time to volunteer at a charity or help out at a school event, invite some friends over for dinner, whatever types of things would make you feel like you were using your time in a way that made you feel really happy and you were kind of spending out your time and using it to in like a way that you value. Just to think about that, it just, there's so many different ways you can apply this concept. But I really feel strongly about really thinking about it with your stuff, because I just feel like it's so true how so often we just save things for this special occasion, and it's just, there's really no reason that nice things can only be used for special occasions. We should just use them in our everyday life. Every day is a special day. Every day is worth using your stuff. So like, just for example, some things that we've done recently because of kind of thinking about this concept is, so one of the things we started doing is at the holidays, we have these Christmas plates and mugs and wine glasses and bowls and everything. And in the past, like I keep them in my basement in like a cabinet. And in the past, on Christmas Day, we would take them out. We would use them for our Christmas dinner. We would wash them and then we put them away, which is fine. That's pretty typical, I think. But I was like, it's such a shame that we take these plates out one day a year. So what we decided to do this year was to take them out on December 1st or somewhere around there, like right around when December started. I don't remember if it was exactly December 1st, but it was probably whatever that weekend was that was closest. We decided to take out all of our regular plates out of the cabinet, and I put them downstairs where the Christmas plates were. And I took all the Christmas plates and I put them in the cabinet where the regular plates were. And then I took all of our regular mugs out and put them downstairs, and I put all the Christmas mugs up. And then I took most of we don't have a huge amount of Christmas wine glasses, but we had like 6. So we took 6 regular wine glasses and put them downstairs and replaced them with the Christmas wine glasses. So for the entire month of December, it was so fun because every time we ate a meal, it was on the Christmas plates. Every time we had a drink, like a tea or coffee or something, it was in a Christmas mug. Wine was in Christmas wine glasses. So it was just so nice to use that stuff for like the entire holiday and just enjoy it the whole time. And did we break a plate? Yes. We broke one of the plates. And that's usually the reason why people will say, well, I don't want to use my nice stuff because what if it breaks? So what? Like, we still have enough plates, and if at some point I break too many, then we'll have to get a new set. But I'd still rather use it and enjoy it all that time than just let it sit downstairs in a cabinet for 364 days a year because I worry I might break something. So that's one thing that we did this year. Another thing that we started doing more is burning candles. Like, we really like scented candles. Like Yankee Candles, Bath and Body Works, whatever. What was it called? Goose Creek, I think we just recently ordered from. They had really nice candles too. Anyway, we would always buy candles, and then often we might burn them like maybe once or twice, and then they would just kind of sit there for the longest time, like half burned, like kind of waiting again for that like special day or for like a party or people coming over or whatever. And we wouldn't really burn them because they were kind of being saved for like some time in the future. So now we started just burning them. It doesn't matter what day it is. If we wake up, and especially now, like we're working from home, my kids are home from school. So like we're all around. So I'll get up in the morning and I'll be getting ready for work and I'll just light a candle and put it on the table. And it's just nice, like anytime. There's no reason to not be able to enjoy nice scented candles burning throughout the house because I feel like I need to save them for some other special time. Hand lotion too is another thing. So a lot of times we'll have like hand lotions that are not fully used up, but not like used up enough to throw them out yet, because I really I use everything up like till I literally can't get anything out of the package anymore. So I've had these like hand lotions that like you don't want to keep out like on the counter because there's like barely anything in it, but yet I don't want to throw them out either. So I would just kind of like accumulate them. So what I started doing now is I'll just take one of them and I'll just kind of put it on the counter like in the kitchen. And then throughout the day, if I need to put hand lotion on, I'll just go grab that and I'll use it for a little while until it's gone, then I can throw it out. So I'm trying to like kind of make it a point of using these things up and not just kind of letting them sit there forever because they don't have enough that you want to like display it out nice, not like on the bathroom sink. But yet they have too much in them to throw away. So I'm kind of trying to make it a point to like use these things up so that I could finish them off and then throw them out. Another thing, wedding candle. So I was reorganizing, like sorting through stuff in our basement over the holidays. I had like a vacation time off from work during like Christmas and New Year's. So I found this bin and it had like all this wedding stuff in it. And it was like in a closet in our basement. And I'm like, why do we just have this stuff in this bin, like tucked away in a corner where no one ever sees it? So we actually took out everything that was in that bin and we put up a shelf in our bedroom and we displayed some of the things like the cake topper I had, and I had like, I'm trying to think what else. I had like these teddy bears that was like a bride and a groom that we had displayed at our wedding, and like a picture frame with like the invitation in it. I had some things like that. So I made a nice little display in the bedroom. And then we had this wedding candle. And I was like, well, what are we going to do with this candle? It was just like a pillar candle and it had like a little like decoration tied around it. So it's like, we should just burn this candle. There's no reason to just like keep this random candle like forever. We have plenty of stuff to display for memories from the wedding. We don't need to keep every single thing. So we've been burning that candle and we're using it up. And then another thing that I found in there was a cake server from the wedding. And it had like, again, like a little fancy, like flowery type thing, hot glued to the handle. So I took that off and I washed it and I put it in our drawer, and we actually used it for dinner. I think either that night or the night before. I made like a meatloaf, and it was like the perfect size actually, like to get the meatloaf out of the pan, like to serve it. So I was like, this is great. And it's kind of fun because it's like, we know it's from the wedding. It doesn't have to be like displayed somewhere fancy with like this little flower on it. We're using it, and it's kind of neat because it's like, oh, well, that's the cake server from our wedding, and we're just using it in like everyday life. So those were just a few things that we've kind of done recently, and I'm trying to think of more things just in everyday life of things that we have that we could use and enjoy rather than just kind of keeping them somewhere or saving them for some future point in time. So I hope I explained this concept well. I really think it's such a great idea, and the more you think of it, you can really enjoy things just in every regular days. It doesn't have to be for something special. So just keep that in mind and maybe think of something that you might be able to start using that you haven't been, because you've been saving it for some special occasion. So that's it for today. If you'd like to reach out to me for anything, topic suggestions, feedback, anything, you could reach me at facebook.com/Lola's Frugal Life. You can send me a message there. You could post something on the page. I also have a private listeners group, which is at facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. I'd really love for you to join. Our group is still small. I would really like to build it because I'd really like to get some good conversations going over there about anything we talk about on this show, or any questions you might have, or anything that maybe the group can like chime in and help. We could give each other suggestions on maybe different challenges that people are having. So I forget, did I say this already? It's at facebook.com/groups/Lola's Frugal Life. I think I did say that. But anyway, so that's how you can find the group. I do check it daily. So if you submit a request to join, I will approve it as soon as I see it. Also, don't forget to subscribe on whatever platform you listen to if you enjoy the show. And if you wouldn't mind leaving me a review, that would be really appreciated. It's supposed to really help with search results, like so that more people can find the show. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a really awesome day.